RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. And Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East premier sports bar and grill.
We're about ready to start things up here. One of the keys to the game, of course, tonight, defense, turnovers. Alton with more depth than Edwardsville. Usually you see the Tigers bringing sub after sub after sub, but the last couple of years it hasn't been that way.
No, Coach Mike Waldo hasn't had the depth. So what he's done is he's trying to offset it with a little bit of strategy. Down in Edwardsville, he tried to offset Alton's speed and aggressiveness with the four corners. It backfired on him. Today, let's see if Armand Fletcher stays out of foul trouble and causes havoc.
Here's the tip. Fletcher and Hudson tip it off, and we're ready to go. And the Redbirds starting. Not Mike Williams-Bay again because of the injury, but Keyshawn Young and Carlos Anderson in there. Here's a drive up and in. Right off the bat it goes. Sean Roundtree for two.
And this is something Edwardsville had success with over in Edwardsville, Brent. They involve Brian Hudson in the pick and roll, and he doesn't cover it very well, and Roundtree exploits it for layups.
Alley-oop, backdoor, jam time! Keyshawn Young to Darius Edwards for a jam.
And that's the way you answer it for Alton. You get Darius Edwards on a clear-out backdoor lob play, and he slammed it home one hand with some thunder.
One-handed slam on the back door, and it's 2-2. Edwardsville firing a three. Nope. Carlos Anderson right there in the starting lineup tonight as well. Carlos into the lane, fires up and in. Carlos for two.
And that's what they were missing in Edwardsville. They did not have Carlos to be able to rebound and ignite the break. The good thing about Carlos is when he rebounds, he can start your break for you.
Anderson, Young, and Edwards starting, along with D.T. McMurray and the big man, Brian Hudson, down low. Redbirds in white wearing the red trim here at home, and Anderson in the passing lane tips a pass into the Redbird nest and out of bounds.
And one of the things you're going to be able to see early is that the Redbirds are switching out on Clay. Clay had hurt them big time from three over in Edwardsville, and it looks like the Redbirds are making a concerted effort to take it away, but it looks like he's going to clean one here.
Throwing it out to Clay, missed there. A three at the top of the key. Rebound, Carlos Anderson into the lane again, and good, and one as he went into the lane and forced the issue again.
And again, this is just something the Redbirds didn't have the luxury of having last time. We've seen the Redbirds lately, Brent, you brought this up. They've been digging their way into holes early on in the game. Here they've jumped out early, 6-2.
In the air for Carlos Anderson, good, 7-2. Redbirds off to a good start, and so is Carlos, like he did against Belleville East on Tuesday night.
And this is one of the ways you can really get Edwardsville out of their game, is getting up on them early and force them to play a game they don't want to play.
Sean Roundtree gives it to the wing, and it goes to Trevor Clay, the senior. Redbirds without Mike Williams-Bay. He's over there on the bench with Coach Eric Smith. Coach Mike Waldo is here with his Tigers tonight. Here's a backdoor cut and a layup. Trevor Clay goes backdoor for two.
And they dribbled right at Trevor Clay, caught D.T. McMurray overplaying.
D.T. a little fadeaway, no good. Tigers rebound in a 7-4 ball game.
It's a tough fadeaway.
Inside quickly, Tigers back. They miss his shot. Fletcher no good underneath. Anderson kicking it to the corner. Edwards for three. Nope. Hudson, yep. Hudson with a follow. It's 2 points. Brian Hudson around the basket, and that's always a good sign. Now he allows the baseline, though, and he has a foul as Fletcher goes baseline, and Hudson with a foul.
And right there, it looks like Brian Hudson was late covering. That started in the transition. They didn't match up with Armand Fletcher in transition. He was wide open. Hudson late got him with the hand check. He can't get in foul trouble, even with Carlos back.
Fletcher at the line, ready to fire it up. Free throw for a three-point play, and it's good. Fletcher at 17 and a half a game. Roundtree at 17 a game.
Yeah, and those are the Thunder makers, so you want to control them. They're in the 1-3-1 right now, Brent.
Big 1-2 punch for the orange and black. Here's Carlos into the corner. Edwards will drive. Kick it to Anderson for three. No good. Should have followed his shot as it pinballs around and stays with the Redbirds. McMurray, a three. It's good. D-Tay McMurray with a tray.
Edwardsville didn't corral the rebound. Brian Hudson stayed on it, hustled. They found D-Tay in the corner. Big three. Get him going early. It'll help.
McMurray, a great finish the other night against Belleville East and finished with 22 on the night. But again, they lost in overtime to the Lancers Tuesday. So now they're 8-3 in the conference. Inside, front of the rim, and Fletcher has two more.
And that's tough right there. Fletcher faked the up screen. Hudson didn't really cut him off, and he just slipped it back door and got an easy layup with no contest.
Starters still out there for the Redbirds and Coach Eric Smith. Anderson gets it knocked away, but gets it back. Carlos hands the ball off to Darius Edwards. Edwards spreads the floor here against the Tigers defense. 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Alton 12, Edwardsville 9. Here's Keyshawn Young, had a three blocked, and now he's on the inline when he grabbed it back, and he turns it over. It's Tigers ball the other way. Alton a record of 20-4, and Coach Gordon mentioned O'Fallon 3 losses, East 3 losses, and Alton 3 losses in the conference.
Yeah, Brent, we haven't seen the Southwestern Conference. Not saying it's not competitive, it's always competitive, but to see it this log jammed at the top, it's been a while since we've seen that.
Edwardsville 9-2, leading the conference. Here's Fletcher at the top. Three ball, good. Swish over Anderson for three.
And the Tigers have done a good job of weathering that initial storm by the Redbirds. Now they've got into the 1-3-1, and they've really pushed the Redbirds out high on the floor.
8 for Fletcher now. It's a 12-12 game. That three ball tied it up. Hudson at the high post. McMurray for three. It's off the back iron, no good. And now we have Keyshawn Young with a foul. Young will pick up the Redbirds' second foul of the game.
And right now, I really like the pace of this game. This is what you expect from two heavyweight champs that are fighting for the title right now. Real solid, not a real lot of sloppy play, just executing.
We'll see if it keeps up here. Redbirds holding the ball a little bit there that last time, but not an extended amount of time, as now the Redbirds with some good man-to-man defense. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. And we are live at Alton High School tonight, all the way down, and Trevor Clay breaks down the defense for a layup.
And that's not something that's in the scouting report on him.
Edwards for three. It's off the back iron, no good. Edwardsville tips out 4-on-1, and they'll lay it up and in as Roundtree has two.
They got out open early in transition. The Redbirds are shooting a lot of threes, and it's getting them out of position. It's just 1-3-1.
Hudson down low. Good move, strong move, and he laid it in left side.
And I really like that. Try to drop it into Brian and let him create. Let that zone collapse down a little bit.
He can either kick it out or go to the hole like he did there, and Tigers now lead by 2, 16-14, first quarter. Alton won at Edwardsville back on January 17th, 59-56, in a big comeback. Three ball from the corner, and it's good. Right side for Cockrell, and we haven't said much about him yet.
No, and he's actually their X-Factor kid. And Carlos Anderson went for a steal at the top and gambled, and it ended up giving up a three.
Down to Hudson again, this time no good. Rebound, Hudson good, and one, and it looks like Fletcher is going to get a foul. Well, Hudson going at Fletcher, that's good.
Yeah, it is, and Coach Waldo's not happy about it, and Coach Smith is ecstatic about it. That's what they want from Brian. Attack the other team's big guys and force them to have to guard you.
Because there's sometimes Brian will get into foul trouble, get the other guy into foul trouble.
Yeah, and it just starts off with attacking. Really like that here.
Both student bodies are up and at it here. The Tigers brought their students and their fan section, and the Redbird nest is rocking and rolling here tonight, and Redbirds tipped the pass out as Hudson missed the free throw, but Bryan has 6 early points.
And that's a good sign early on. Now, if you're Coach Smith, though, you still can't be happy you've given up 19 points here, and there's still 2 minutes, a little bit under a minute and a half to go. So see if they can get a stop here, Brent.
Get some stops on defense. Redbirds looking for that. Josh Loving's into the game. Here's a pass to Fletcher. We have a foul. A hold in the lane on maybe Edwards.
Yep, I think they got him. They were trying to lob it over the top. Darius Edwards got caught on Fletcher on the switch. They lobbed it. He was holding the shorts.
Lovings again into the game. Levante Hobbs into the game too for Alton.
Yeah, so Coach Smith is going to the bench a little bit here.
Now we have a foul away from the ball on Hobbs. He and Fletcher banging this time, and they give it to Alton again away from the ball.
And the referees are making a solid point here. They're not letting anybody impede cutters right now, Brent. If you grab and push them, they're calling it.
Inside Fletcher, good, 21-16, and Fletcher off to a fast start.
And that's too easy right there from out of bounds play.
Edwardsville in first place, Alton in second place. First quarter, McMurray to Anderson. Carlos with Alton down by 5. Lovings to Hobbs, Hobbs to Edwards. Darius will back it up. Carlos long 3 and hits the front iron, no good. Lovings with a rebound. He saved it nicely to McMurray. No good, but a blocking foul as Dite went strong.
And you like to see that from Dite again. Redbirds have shot a lot of jumpers here, really haven't hit in the last couple possessions. The times they have scored is because Brian Hudson went to the hole. This time Dite went to the hole. Going to look to get 2 free throws here.
McMurray at the line, 21-16. Free throw, good.
I'm telling you, Brent, this place is jam-packed.
I'm saying we may be close to 3,000 before the night is out, at least 2,500. Big crowd here at the gym at Alton High School, and 2 for 2 for McMurray, 21-18, Edwardsville.
And there's a lot of offense going on in this first quarter.
Both teams. Later tonight, Marquette and Breeze Central from Marquette High. 35 seconds to go, and Edwardsville may wait for the last shot as they spread the floor a little bit here. Now they're going to go to the hole. Shot missed. Long pass. McMurray with an outlet, and Dite lays it in. And so McMurray was 7. And there's 19 seconds to go. First quarter, 21-20.
Coach Waldo tried to go to the 3 corners again. It's just not a successful strategy against the speed of the Redbirds. The Redbirds should lick their chops when they go to this 3-corner set. 4-corner set, excuse me.
Spread the floor. The Tigers will do it. They'll put you in a box or a triangle or whatever, and they spread the floor again. Driving down, glass and good. Roundtree for 2. And there's still a couple of seconds left. A steal by Fletcher from half court. He misses the shot, and 23-20, the Tigers have the lead here in Alton after 1 quarter tonight. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
With Coach William Gordon, Brent Berkland back here, and the Alton Redbirds won an exciting junior varsity game tonight, 78-73 in the JV game over Edwardsville. And now after 1 quarter, Tigers lead varsity side of things here, 23-20 over Alton.
Very exciting JV game. Had a lot of dunks in it. Well, we had a couple dunks in it, which is always exciting for a JV game.
Down to Hudson it goes, double teamed, out to Keyshawn Young again. They reset it here. Well, that first quarter, a lot to talk about, a lot of offense, and maybe Edwardsville, the buckets, a lot of them were too easy.
Yeah, and I don't think either coach is really happy with their defense right now. 23-20 at the end of the first quarter. We're on pace for, an 80-point game. That's tough.
Here's a shot by Edwards, a three, and it's good. They settle again, but this time Edwards with a tray.
But the difference with that three-point shot is, Brent, it came off of a dribble drive to the middle of the paint and a kick out, which is always a different type of three than the ones they've been shooting.
And 3 or 4 different players got a touch there too. And here's Roundtree handing it out to Darian Brown. Brown driving on Hobbs with some man-to-man defense. Now it goes out to the top again. Backdoor cut inside. Clay gets it knocked away. Good hands by Lovings there. McMurray back into the game.
And Josh did a good job. He's been doing a good job coming in off the bench the last 4 or 5 games. Really contributing to the offensive and defensive power of the Redbirds.
23 all after that three by Edwards. Throw it into Fletcher. Into the lane he goes. Knocked down Hobbs, no call, and now Hobbs going to get a foul when he got back up, and could have been a charge.
Yeah, Fletcher got away with a charge right there. I thought that was an easy call in the middle of the lane.
Hudson and Fletcher were going at it, but Hobbs with some good help D.
And I think they're making a concerted effort to let the big fellas play a little bit tonight.
Cockrell at the line, and he hits his 4th point. He had a 3 in the first quarter. Edwardsville with 2 threes.
And the Cockrell 3 was really a little unexpected. It's not something he really features, but you leave him open, he will hit them.
2 threes for each team, and another free throw is good. Unties the game. 25-23, 2 for 2. Tigers up by 2 again. It's Alton ball again.
One of the things about Alton right now against this zone, and Edwardsville's in the man-to-man right now, they have been very patient today compared to the last couple games we've seen them on offense.
Down inside to Hudson again. Glass and good, and Hudson has 8.
And anytime you let Brian Hudson get to that low left block, he wants to turn over his right shoulder to shoot it with his left hand. He's going to kill you. Great pass.
Underneath, and it's 27-25 as Clay gets another bucket.
And that's the 4th time that Edwardsville has attacked the rim off of a backdoor cut and has been wide open. Something that Redbirds are going to have to talk about.
Hudson going to dump it there and pass it away. Passed it right to Roundtree. Up and in. 29-25 Tigers.
And this is that point in time where Brian Hudson gets a little winded, and you saw he tried to do something he normally doesn't do, which is drive and kick. Wasn't very successful, ended in turnover.
Alton ball, right elbow. McMurray rising up, and Dite hits again.
He's got such a pretty jump shot.
9 points for him now. 29-27. Tigers with a lead, second quarter.
Brent, you talked about the impact of Michael. There's another backdoor cut.
And tipped out. Redbirds hit it last. 5:17 to go in the half.
In the opening, you talked about all the other things Mike does. You notice one of the things that we haven't talked about tonight is, and here's a steal by the Redbirds. And that's something Mike, his pressure just creates so many steals for him, and they're not getting them tonight right now.
One of the things probably that I shouldn't think about when I first think of him is rebounding too. He rebounds like crazy.
He does. For a guard, I mean, offensively, defensively, he just is all over the place.
All around the basket, that little guy. And here is Fletcher rising up, hitting left side, 2 more.
And he's featuring the whole game right now. The mid-range, the layup, the post moves, the 3. He's done it all tonight so far.
He's got 12 points. Out to the free throw line. Hudson's jumper, no good. And over the back, we're going to have a call on the Redbirds, and Isaiah Thurmond on the rebound. Who's into the game now. Thurmond with a foul.
And Isaiah's young, junior. He's been getting some playing time more and more lately also. That's a big foul. You look at the fouls, 17 fouls for the Redbirds and 3 for the Tigers. And to me, it's been a very evenly officiated game. You look at the fouls the Redbirds have gotten, they're all off-the-ball fouls.
Clay at the line, 6'2" senior for Edwardsville. He fires it up and in. A couple of minutes after 8 o'clock. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton. After the game, we announce our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. And now 8 points for Clay, 8 for Roundtree, 12 for Fletcher. It's a 1-2-3 punch.
And
right now.
And I'm sorry, Brenton, right now the Redbirds got to do something to score. Now they're starting to double team McMurray to get the ball out of his hands.
33-27, 6-point game. Keyshawn Young out there. near midcourt with the orange, and he will travel as he picked up the dribble and some pressure there, and he walked with it.
Yeah, he tried to anticipate a pass to D.T. McMurray on the wing. Edwardsville jumped into the passing lane. He tried to hold on to it, but it was too late. He shuffled the feet.
Edwardsville ball, as there's a lot of orange in the crowd there behind their bench, and their student section over there, and a lot of red here tonight. Redbird fans filling up about 3/4 of the gym. And a packed house. Inside, another look back door, and Cockrell lays it in again.
And that's the counter we've been talking about. Sean Roundtree has been coming off, or whoever, Clay's been coming off, and they've switched it. They caught him slipping.
McMurray with a tray, and he answers with 3.
And that's what we talked about. Somebody's going to have to pick up the scoring load right now for the Redbirds, and maybe it's going to be D.T.
35-30, Tigers by 5. Alton's 3 cuts it down to 5. Inside Fletcher against Hudson, and Fletcher off the glass and good.
Redbirds aren't communicating on defense right now. They're switching out, and 2 people are going with the ball. Somebody's got to talk.
D.T. McMurray's going to drive, and all the way down. What a move! Through 3 Tigers, and he laid it in.
And D.T. is going to have to go to work right now. The only problem is, does that get everybody else out of their rhythm?
14 for D.T. McMurray, 14 for Fletcher. Here's Roundtree, left side, 3 ball, no good, and the rebound hits the floor. Redbirds should have had it. Clay missed it. Now Fletcher with another board, and they'll reset it again. Brown will back it up.
2 big offensive rebounds by Armand Fletcher in that possession. And Carlos is looking a little tired. I know he's working his way back into shape.
His first start in a long time, and he almost had a steal there as he anticipated that pass to Fletcher out at the top. Now Clay with it. Lost his dribble with good D by Thurman. And now Roundtree comes out to get it, and he is bumped and fouled by Anderson. And now the fouls are 8-3, Redbirds.
And Carlos just wasn't quick enough to stay in front of Roundtree laterally there. I almost, with Carlos's length there, Brent, I almost would step back and give him a step and then contest with a long arm.
It looks like he's cramping up, or
yeah, I think he's cramping.
Maybe more, but Anderson down on the floor, grabbing his left calf or left knee. Tonight's other games in the conference, some big ones, of course. East St. Louis at O'Fallon.
Huge game right there.
Collinsville at Belleville West, and Granite City against Belleville East. So lots of Southwestern Conference basketball. We still have next week to go, another round, Tuesday and Friday. And if you look at Edwardsville next week, they got a couple of tough ones. O'Fallon and Belleville East.
Brutal schedule. And both of those still have a shot to win. O'Fallon is still in play for the championship. Belleville East is still in play for the championship. So Edwardsville's not going to get a rest riding through next week.
No, that's a tough Tuesday and Friday. And Redbirds Tuesday night will have their senior night here, and it'll be against Belleville West. The seniors are McMurray, Williams Bay, Keyshawn Young, and the injured Allende Perry. 4 seniors. Here's Roundtree at the line. Puts it up, and he puts it in. Sean Roundtree now shoots for double figures, 10 points.
And you know, you talk about all 4 of those seniors, even though 3 of them are transfers, all 4 of them, I think, are going to graduate as 4-year varsity players. That's a tremendous class right there.
Yep. 2 for 2, gives him 10. Roundtree in double figures, and the Tigers with some points here. 39-32. They lead Alton by 7. And if you look at their game Tuesday night, they won 49-39 over Collinsville.
Yeah, some of their biggest scores have been these Alton games.
Yep. Baseline shot up and in, and that goes for the Redbirds and DeMonte Wigfall.
And here's the crazy part about this game and this high scoring pace. Brent, it's not like there's been a lot of breakout layups or anything.
No.
It's all coming out the half-court set.
2:10 to go till halftime. 39-34, Tigers by 5. Redbirds with D. And they give the ball to Darian Brown. Brown, backdoor, Roundtree, and he lays it around. No. And then Fletcher hit it while it was on the front of the rim. Offensive goaltending, Alton ball.
But again, you look at the back cuts right there. Alton's really getting hurt with the back cuts right now. And as you get into foul trouble, the more people back cut you, the more susceptible you are to fouls right there. Really got to clean that up.
D.T. McMurray went for the steal at the top of the key and lost Roundtree, and then he missed the shot, though. Hudson skips it to McMurray. Baseline, McMurray fires off the rim. Hudson with a rebound, up and in. 10 for Bryan now.
That's a big offensive rebound. They really needed that right there.
Yeah, it's a three-point game now. Edwardsville 39, Alton High 36. Edwardsville ball. Fletcher going to drive on Wigfall. Now Roundtree keeps it out to the three-point line with 1:15 to go. Here's Clay at the top. Redbirds man-to-man defense. A few subs for the Redbirds, but not a whole lot of substituting going on.
No, it's been fairly consistent.
They do have Wigfall, and here's a backdoor cut again. Edwards knocked it out, and a foul is going to be called there. I didn't think there was a foul, but there was.
They're calling it on Darius Edwards. That's a tough call, Brent, because I thought Darius just jumped out of bounds and Roundtree threw it off his back. Simple out of bounds.
Yeah.
Edwardsville right there, but I guess not.
Looked that way.
That's going to be his second, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and the fouls are 9-3, Alton. Shouldn't happen at home, right?
Well, it shouldn't, and if it was controversial calls, I could understand. But if we look at the flow of the game right now, everything Edwardsville is getting is towards the rim. So you're going to get fouls. And for the Redbirds, minus a few buckets here and there, they've been out on the perimeter an awful lot.
That's true. Firing from three-point range and some long twos, baseline shots.
Yeah.
And this one is missed. 1 out of 2 from the line there for Roundtree. Give him 11 points in the game, and it's 40-36. Tigers by 4. Hudson looking low, gives it to D.T. McMurray out at the center circle.
Coach Waldo's imploring his kids to scoot up.
McMurray misses a long three. Rebound Fletcher, and they're going to wait for the last shot, up by 4 points.
And they're going to go 4 corners again. No, he's modified it, Brent.
Isolation maybe on the right side here with Brown and Roundtree.
Here it is. They're in it now.
18 seconds to go till halftime. Roundtree guarded by Keyshawn Young. We know Young can play some good D. Roundtree dribbling. 6 seconds to go. He's at the three-point line. Good switch there. Now Roundtree gets it blocked away on the drive. Hudson swatted it out of bounds.
And that's great help by Bryan. They tried to run a double high screen to get Roundtree moving with some speed. DeMonte Wigfall did a great job of what we call hedging, stepping out and not letting them turn the corner. Forced them back to his bigs.
0.6 seconds left, less than a second to go. Edwardsville under their basket, leading by 4. Halftime is coming. They wanted to throw it to the front of the rim, and shot blocked. McMurray blocks Darian Brown in the corner with a jumper. Redbirds with 2 big blocks.
Huge block by McMurray there to keep the lead where it is for Tigers. Redbirds got to feel good with how they're playing right now.
Tigers 40, Redbirds 36. It's halftime. Back at Alton High in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There is also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to TomLaneAgency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Coach William Gordon, Brent Birkland back here at Alton High. Our engineer Brian Hennigan. Again, don't forget, we have Marquette and Breeze Central coming up as game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight. And then tomorrow you'll hear the CM girls and the Alton girls, the Eagles and Redbirds tonight in girls basketball, fighting for regional championships. CM against Highland and Alton against Edwardsville. And Alton Edwardsville in high school hockey playoffs last night, and Redbirds won that 2-1 in a shootout. Jake Cunningham scoring in the second period, and he also scored the game winner in the second round of the shootout. So Alton against Edwardsville in hockey too.
Just Alton, Edwardsville all over the place. And, you know, you got the regional championship being played tonight down in Granite City for the girls. You got this game right here, and I'm guessing this is probably not the last time that we're going to see an Alton-Edwardsville matchup. Now, depending on what happens when they go to Quincy, I'm really confused, Brent, and this is something we haven't talked about. We haven't talked about the regional seeds tonight, with Edwardsville getting the #1 regional seed in this region, with Alton being #2, Quincy being #3, and Granite City #4. It really confuses me how Alton can beat everybody in the regional, but yet not get a #1 seed.
Yep.
So that's huge, and so the IHSA is really going to have to look into the voting process. You know, I'm sure Quincy probably voted Alton #2 because they played him earlier, and I know Coach Taylor probably feels like he matches up better against them. But that means somebody like Granite City would almost have to vote Alton something like 3rd or 4th for them not to get the first one. So that's tough.
And you think that it would go by head-to-head. At least that would have something to do with it. And, of course, Alton winning at Edwardsville. But, again, Edwardsville getting the #1 seed in the 4A Quincy Regional. And that regional championship night will be 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah. And the reason why that's so big is because now Alton has to play Quincy at Quincy.
Yep. Before they get to the regional title game. Third quarter underway. Roundtree misses a 3. Long rebound for Fletcher, and the Tigers have it, leading by 4. On the road, 7.5 minutes to go, third quarter.
Another offensive rebound by Fletcher.
Long rebound as Redbirds looked like they had the basket surrounded, but didn't matter on that 3. Here's Fletcher from the top of the key. Gives it up to Brown, now to Clay, right side, right in front of the Edwardsville bench, and Coach Mike Waldo. Tigers 40, Redbirds 36, and Edwardsville patient here to start.
They're really running clock right now. Got a forced turnover, though.
There's a steal. Carlos Anderson to D.T. McMurray. They'll set up their offense now with 7 minutes to go in the third. Keyshawn Young to Edwards. One dribble, he fires it up. Left it short, no good.
He got confused in between one to shoot it and one to pass it there, Brent. You almost would have wanted to see him just raise up and shoot it, maybe get himself going a little bit there.
And took one dribble and then wasn't sure. After a long 2, he missed it. He started at the 3-point line, took a dribble, and now it's Edwardsville ball. Still leading by that 40-36 count. Here's a 3, no good. Rebound Anderson. Carlos to McMurray. Edwards, Young, and Hudson out there too. Here's Keyshawn Young. Deep in the left corner. 3 is missed. No good.
That's a forced shot right there. You'd like to see the ball keep moving.
Maybe down to Hudson. He was posting up. But instead, it's Roundtree the other way. So Sean Roundtree.
Redbirds come out with 2 tough jumpers here to start and haven't hit any rim yet.
And still trail by 4. Roundtree lost his man and rolled the free throw line jumper in as Young lost Roundtree there.
And don't be surprised if that little play ends up on YouTube somewhere. Cause Young to fall down.
52-36, Young in the corner. Keyshawn looking for a couple of cutters, and now he's going to drive to the baseline all the way down and threw it away, out of bounds.
And here's what's happening right now. Coach Waldo's made a great adjustment right now. He has taken away Anderson and McMurray, and he's forcing somebody else to be a scorer.
Josh Lovings in for Keyshawn Young. Lovings tries to bring a spark from the bench here. Again, without Mike Williams-Bay tonight.
And that's tough without Mike, because they're really missing that production right now.
Yes, indeed. And out of bounds, Clay turned it over right at the Tigers bench with McMurray on some D there.
Here's something we did call for, though, Brent. We said the Redbirds need to force more turnovers. They've created 2 already here.
Still no points, trailing now 42-36, third quarter. Marquette and Breeze Central coming up later tonight. Here on the Big Z and at AltonDailyNews.com. And after each game, as always, on the radio, we bring you our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. D-Tay McMurray misses right elbow. Hudson, though, with a rebound to keep it alive. Here's Carlos into the lane. Anderson lays it in.
And all that happened from an offensive rebound by Brian Hudson. D-Tay McMurray forced a tough 2-point shot with Roundtree all in his face, but it worked out well for the Redbirds.
42-38. Carlos Anderson, 7 points now. Here's Roundtree on the drive. Gives it up, kicks it out. They do to Darian Brown now. McMurray's out on him. Now Roundtree for 3. Good. Over Hudson, who was trying to come out there.
And that's tough. He caught him on what we call a drift play. You act like you're coming off the screen, and instead of coming off the screen, you drift back for a 3, and he knocked it down.
And we have a foul on Edwardsville's Trevor Clay. Be his second foul. Edwardsville's 4th foul of the game overall. And McMurray was fouled to the ground there. That 3 makes it a 45-38 ball game. Edwardsville by 7.
And they're extending it slowly but surely.
Methodically. Inside, shot no good. Rebound the other way. Here's Roundtree, finger roll. It's going to roll in, off the rim and in for Roundtree.
And he showed good body control right there. He was going to go with that floater over Hudson long before he even got there. Heads up play.
He's got all 7 points in this third quarter for the Tigers. He's up to 18 in the game.
And that's a senior for you.
Yep, 47-38, Edwardsville by 9. Anderson, right elbow extended, no good, Edwardsville ball.
And right now, Coach Waldo's sticking with this philosophy. We're not going to let D-Tay McMurray beat us.
Timeout, Tigers. And the teams go to the benches with 3:28 to go, third quarter. And back in a moment, Tigers have upped their lead to 9 now. They led at halftime by 4. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things. But with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you Kasasa?
Coach Gordon, Brent Berkland back at Alton High. Redbirds and Tigers in Edwardsville slipping away from Alton here, up by 9, and Darius Edwards with a foul out of the timeout. That's 3 on him.
And that's smart play by Roundtree. Darius is trying to pull up and really pressure him, and Roundtree got in front of him, then put his body in front of him, caused him to foul him.
3:20 to go, third quarter. Tigers 47, Redbirds 38. Alton with 2 points in this quarter. Fletcher hasn't done much. It's been Roundtree here in the third. Here's a drive as they hand it to Fletcher, and he slams Carlos to the ground. Offensive foul on the left block on Fletcher.
Great job by Carlos to be in position and stay down. He took it right in his chest. Fletcher just tried to run him over.
Big elbow sticking out there as he tried to go to the rack and laid it in. It was good, but doesn't count. 47-38. Here's D.T. McMurray up the floor. 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
Redbirds are going to have to start taking advantage of these turnovers, though, like you said.
Inside Hudson to the front of the rim. Good and one. Darian Brown reaching in there for some help, D, but he fouled him.
And it makes you wonder why they just don't keep force feeding Brian Hudson down there. Every time he's touched it, he's done something positive around the box.
First foul on Brown, number 5. And Hudson at the line in a 47-40 ball game. Brian Hudson with a three-point play. He's got 13.
And when Brian Hudson gets to that lower left block, you're in trouble. I mean, he's 6'7", he moves well. He's just going to spin and shoot it over the top of you.
Good hands, good feet. And he puts it in when he's around the rim. Normally, here's Roundtree traveling top of the key as he was coming around to Fletcher. Pick there, turnover, Alton ball.
And by my unofficial count here in the third quarter, that's 5 turnovers on Edwardsville, Brent.
47-41, Edwardsville, third quarter.
Coach Waldo checked the play sheet and then just encouraged his kids to play some defense.
Left elbow, McMurray in and out. Missed that jumper there, had a good look. 6-point game, Edwardsville on top.
The way DT shoots, I would love to see him come off a couple screens where he's a little bit wide open and just knock those down. I think he'd really get hot. He really has to kind of create his own shots right now, and it's tough.
Free throw line, and they back it up here with Darian Brown, top of the key. Brown going back door to Fletcher. He slams it home.
Redbirds are being sloppy on defense. They want to try to jump in the passing lanes right now for everything, and Edwardsville's just back cutting them, and they're setting them up with the back cut. They send the wing guy slowly through on a regular cut, and they back cut the kid out of the corner. That time it ended up in a Fletcher dunk.
Edwards, now Hobbs, Anderson, McMurray, and Josh Lovings. And for the Tigers tonight, boy, backdoor, backdoor, backdoor.
Backdoor, and after a while, you got to start telling yourself you're not going to have a draft in your house, which they do.
Close that back door. Levante Hobbs gets his shot blocked out of bounds by Fletcher.
One of the other major points you brought up, Brent, you look at number 24 and number 25 for Edwardsville. They've got 34 points out of the 49.
There you go. 49-41 Edwardsville. Here's Edwards giving the ball off. Top of the key, D.T. McMurray. Clay on him.
Carlos is wide open, and they're not even looking at him.
Inside it goes. Foul, and almost a bucket, too, is Darius Edwards on the drive.
That's a good drive. We knew Darius was going to get aggressive. But right now, they're playing Darius Cockrell standing right behind 6'4", 6'5" Carlos Anderson on the box. You've got to throw it down there and punish Edwardsville for not guarding your post.
And Anderson, 7 points. Edwards, 5 points. Edwards, free throw, good.
Isaiah Thurman, number 22, is checking in for 24, Josh Lovins.
Try to get something from Hobbs, Lovings, Thurman, if we can, off the bench here.
Got to get another score.
Might be Edwards as he misses the second free throw, 1 out of 2. 6 points. 7-point game. Tigers still up, 49-42. Tigers coming back the other way.
D.T. McMurray just got knocked out by a screen. His teammates didn't call it out.
Here's Roundtree up the floor, guarded by McMurray. D.T. with no fouls in the game.
So he can afford to be a little aggressive right now.
And reaches in, pokes it to the scorer's table. 1:12 to go, third quarter, and Edwardsville by 7. When you get into the fourth quarter, you never know if they're going to hold it or run it or what.
If I'm Alton, I want them to go to the four corners, because every time they have against us, except for the one time, they've given us the ball back.
Here's Clay on the drive. Kicks it out. McMurray almost had a steal, tipped it out of bounds.
Again, they have one primary ball handler. And so if Waldo, who's asking for fouls right now with the referee, if he allows his team to get put in a position where they get pressured, they're going to be in trouble.
Redbirds with 1 foul in this half. Clay for 3. Missed it. Rebound Redbirds. McMurray with 1 minute to go, third quarter. D.T. ahead of steam, kicks it to the corner. Edwards fouled as Brown hammered him out of bounds.
And in the beginning, you know, we talked about the foul situation, and maybe it was because Alton was shooting jumpers and Edwardsville wasn't. We were wrong, Brent. They're just only calling fouls on this end. Now
that's what it is.
Yeah, the fouls have flipped around. Now it's 5-1 in favor of the Redbirds.
Redbirds doing a little more driving to the basket. And here we go again, but now we're going to have Edwards offensive foul as he drove hard to the lane.
And that's 4 on him, and he just didn't have an angle right there. We talked about it. You can't turn off his aggression because that's what makes him so good. But unfortunately, he had got the cheap foul third one earlier, and that puts him in a bad position. Now he's going to have to sit for a little while.
45.8 seconds to go, third quarter. Roundtree brings it up. Tigers still up, 49-42. Alton with 6 points in this quarter after quarters of 20 and 16.
Now they're running and jumping, trying to get the ball out of Roundtree's hands in the 4 corners.
28 seconds to go. Here's Brown needing some help. Finds Fletcher. Fletcher kicks it to Clay inside. Good and 1. And it looks like it's going to be Thurman on the weak side.
And they've taken advantage. Isaiah Thurman got away on the last play when Trevor Clay missed the 3. He went to help and left a shooter. This time he got sucked too far over in the help position and couldn't recover, ended up giving an and 1.
And maybe a 10-point game. Yes, 3-point play by Clay. He's in double figures with 11. And it's 52-42, Tigers by 10.
Now, one thing about this quarter, Brent, the scoring has really slowed down, but yet still Edwardsville has extended their lead.
Carlos Anderson out to Hobbs for 3. In and out, missed it. Rebound, and with 1 second to go, Carlos Anderson cannot put it up at the top of the key as time runs out. Tigers 52, Redbirds 42 after 3 quarters. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
Tigers 52, Redbirds 42. Back here for the 4th quarter now. 8 minutes on the clock. William Gordon and Brent Berkland back with you. And that quarter, we mentioned the scoring slowed down. Edwardsville 12. Alton 6.
Yeah, but if you've been following the Redbirds all year, they've got Edwardsville right where they want them. They like to get down, and then they make these mad dash 4th quarter comebacks. And lately in these 4th quarter comebacks has been the DT McMurray show. So let's see if DT doesn't warm it up here a little bit and get this crowd back involved.
Keyshawn Young to Hobbs. Alton ball to start the 4th here. McMurray, a little step back 3. It's good. Nope. 2. He was on the line, says the referee. 16 for McMurray.
Again, like I said, let's see if they don't focus in on him. And I like the fact they brought him off of screens to get the ball that time, Brent, so he doesn't have to work as hard to get those shots.
52-44. Redbirds down by 8 on the McMurray bucket. Here's Clay for Edwardsville with 7:15 to go in the game. Clay driving, fouled by Thurman there on a hand check.
I don't know if Isaiah Thurman's experience right now is going to allow you to be able to keep him in on the defensive end to make the charge you need to make right now.
Hobbs goes out. Hudson comes in, so some more size for the Redbirds coming in, of course.
Coach Waldo went to a mad sprint to get his players separated.
Inside, Fletcher on an inbounds, lays it in.
Redbirds just didn't communicate. Easy layup for Fletcher, who's got 18 now with Roundtree.
Yeah, he had 14 at half, but Fletcher with just 2 buckets. One was a dunk in the 3rd quarter. Here's McMurray for 3. No good. Tipped around, and Edwardsville ball up by 10. 54-44, Tigers.
Coach Smith is asking his players to come up higher and put more pressure on.
Roundtree fouled on the drive there. Keyshawn Young will get a foul here.
tough thing is about chasing a kid like Roundtree, you get down and all of a sudden you have to pressure somebody who's so good with the ball. It normally ends up being a lot of hand check fouls.
6:45 remaining in the game. Tigers by 10. Inside Fletcher, little hook, no good. Hudson there, McMurray there, Alton rebound.
Redbirds caught a break because he was wide open.
DT McMurray to Carlos Anderson for 3, no good. Rebound Hudson, had it knocked out of bounds by the Tigers, and Alton ball with 6:30 to go.
A lot of physicality under that rim right there.
Keyshawn Young will throw it in. Thurman, Anderson, Hudson, and McMurray in there. Young into DT McMurray. Turnaround, gives to Hudson, layup, good.
2 great catches on that play. DT made a great catch just to save him from going out of bounds, and then he made a great pass to Brian Hudson, diving down the lane for a layup.
And Hudson on the right side using his right hand for the layup. The lefty makes it 15 for Hudson in the game. Here's a kick out, and Edwardsville throwing it off an Alton player, bailing him out there. They get the ball back out of bounds.
Yeah, because he was about to travel.
So 54-46, Edwardsville by 8. 6:05 to go. Roundtree looking, finding Fletcher near midcourt.
Close to a 5-second call.
Very close. Sean Roundtree with the orange now.
They're in the 4 corners, Brent. Let's see how long they hold on to it.
Here's a drive down to Fletcher. Foul by Anderson there. He had to, otherwise it was a layup.
And this is where the Redbirds are going to have issues at, because if you leave Brian Hudson in there, he's guarding Cockrell. Cockrell can beat him off the dribble in the 4 corners, and it causes people to have to reach and foul.
5:50 to go. Now the fouls are 6-6. Second half. Fletcher at the line. Puts it up. Puts it in.
I'm looking at DT McMurray right now, Brent. He's bent over, pulling on his shorts. That's always a key sign of fatigue. If you look at Carlos Anderson right now, he's doing the same thing. You wonder if Redbirds have enough juice in the tank to even mount a comeback.
In the air, and this one is short. Anderson rebound, 55-46. Carlos Anderson, top of the key. Redbirds trailing Edwardsville here at Alton High. Friday night basketball, 3-ball, McMurray up and in, 3.
And DT's just manufacturing stuff. Again, like I told you at the beginning of the quarter, this is normally the time he starts doing that. So
55-49.
We'll see if he can mount the major comeback.
6-point game. Edwardsville was up by 10 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Had another 10-point lead early in the 4th quarter. Here's a drive, and they'll kick it out. Redbirds, man-to-man D, and he stepped on the midcourt line. It's over and back. Edwardsville turnover.
And, you know, for this game to be, you know, a 6-point game, 5:05 to go, there's really no cheering on either side. Both teams seem nervous. The fans seem nervous. So much tension in the gym.
5:05 to go. Timeout on the floor. Tigers 55, Redbirds 49. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Let Auto Butler's professional staff keep your vehicle looking great inside and out. We have many car wash options to choose from, as well as express detail services and a 48-hour clean car guarantee. Auto Butler Express Lube gives you a free full-service car wash with your oil change. And while you wait, you will enjoy our lobby that makes you feel like you're right at home. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Clean, shine, and protect.
Welcome back to Alton High School Gymnasium. Packed house, big crowd, big rivalry. Edwardsville and Alton boys basketball. Brent Berkland here. Alongside, it's the birthday boy, William Gordon. 1978.
It's something like that.
Okay, I don't want to.
It's something like that.
You told me not to bring it up, so guess I won't. 55-49, Tigers.
That's what I always liked about these late games, these late situation seasonal games. Steal by Cockrell.
He stole it away, and McMurray had to foul him at the other end of the floor.
That's a big turnover coming out of the timeout. Alton ran what they call America's play. You set a double screen for a shooter coming up and you try to close the door. They didn't close it, and Cockrell snuck out of there with a steal.
Here's the free throw in the air, and it rolls in for a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Again, what if Mike Williams-Bay was around here for us?
And what we really haven't talked about is the fact that Mike is also their emotional leader. You know, he brings so much passion and emotion to the game. He's been coaching on the sideline today. I mean, I know it's eating him up. He's not playing.
Mr. Energy for sure. Amazing. Offense, defense. And Clay with a foul at the other end for the Tigers.
Good job by McMurray. Shows his basketball IQ. He knew that they were going to be in the bonus. Instead of selling for the jump shots, even though he's hitting some, he went to the rim, got the foul. Now he's going to shoot free throws.
57-49, 8-point lead. D.T. McMurray at the line. McMurray has 19 points for Alton.
Played a tremendous game.
Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. I think he's tired.
He is. He looks tired, Brent. He's going to have to muster up some energy for this last 4:40, though.
Again, not as many subs tonight for Alton. All in all, and part of that is Williams-Bay, the injury. 4:29 to go. Here's Clay with it. Tigers have an 8-point lead. And Clay will make McMurray work some more.
And he just did barely break the count.
Top of the key, it's Darian Brown to Clay again. Clay's going to drive, layup good, 10-point lead.
And this isn't an excuse for DT, because I would never give this young man excuses, because I think he's a tremendous ball player. He's just dead dog exhausted right now. He's had to do so much tonight.
4 minutes to go. Down to Anderson it goes. Layup good. Carlos for 2.
Great diagonal pass by DT.
Timeout called by the Redbirds now, and it's an 8-point game, 59-51. Tigers, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
To get girl regional finals on Friday nights. You almost hate to see it because it's splitting the crowds for people tonight.
Definitely.
And with the number of people here, I don't think too many might have went to the girls' game.
That's true, too. It was in Granite City tonight, the regional. And Edwardsville ball, 3:47 to go, 4th quarter. This is pretty much do or die time now. 3:47 to go as Edwards knocks it out.
And that's Darius' second. That's his second deflection since he's been reinserted to the ball game. He's got 4 fouls, but I guess there's no sense of trying to conserve anything. You gotta get it in and play.
Edwardsville ball as we're back to action here. 3:45 to go.
Brian Hudson's going to have to play some defense.
And all the way down, layup blocked away by Carlos Anderson. The loose ball, though, Tigers have it. Fletcher kept it alive, and Clay has it now.
But if I'm Edwardsville, I do the same thing.
Underneath, tipped away by Hudson out of bounds.
Great active hands all over by the Redbirds. Coach Smith says he needs more energy.
And Redbirds still on the defense. Edwardsville throws it in. They find Clay in the lane. Clay, layup, good. 10-point game again.
Big layup right there on the out-of-bounds set. Edwardsville has really hurt the Redbirds on their out-of-bounds set.
Now they throw it away, and now we're down to 3 minutes to go in the game. 3 minutes left, 61-51 Tigers. Here's Roundtree into the lane. Finger roll, no, but he traveled in the lane. Turnover. Alton ball.
I didn't quite see the travel, but it was a clear whistle, so he didn't have any doubt. Big turnover. DT is going to need to try to attack the rim here. I know he's tired, but he needs to try to draw some fouls, or they need to go inside to Hudson.
Down to the baseline. It's Edwards right now. Out to Carlos Anderson. Carlos going to have to get some points here. He goes to the glass and lays it up and in off the glass.
And that's a good drive by Carlos. The Redbird offense right now just looks so reluctant. Nobody seems to know what they want to do.
61-53. Carlos at 11 points in the game now. Roundtree underneath. Now they'll back it up to Clay. 2:15 to go. Clay on the drive. Alley-oop to Fletcher. Jam time.
Big dunk. Clay looked like he was going to back it out and reset it. Instead, he moved forward, had Fletcher on the baseline for the alley-oop dunk, his second of the game.
Underneath, blocked away, and back the other way. It's Tigers ball.
Blocked by Brown. DT, he's giving an effort. He's just exhausted, though.
63-53, and a foul. Thurmond on a foul there.
And so enters the free throws, and so exits the crowd.
A lot of fans trying to get a head start to their car. It may be a while before they get to their car. The way you got to park when there's a packed house. Could be a long, long haul there. And Redbirds in for a long week here as they lost in overtime with an all-out effort to catch Belleville East the other night. Still lost 80-76 in overtime. Now they may fall to the Tigers and lose 2 big games in 1 week.
Yeah, they did. But, you know, I have different opinions about. Of course you want to compete for a conference championship. That's always a goal for everybody. But you've lost 2 tough games this week, and you're still going to be in the mix for the conference title. You're going to need some help. You're going to need to win both games next week. So that's still on the table. But then you have to shift to getting everybody healthy, and then what can we do to win this regional? What can we do to advance to this sectional? So the season is the season, and then the playoffs are the playoffs. Sometimes you don't get your seasonal goals. You have to move on to the playoff goals. I think the Redbirds are still capable of making a deep playoff run.
Number 1 is get healthy. It looks like Carlos Anderson is back healthy, and now Mike Williams-Bay is the next on the list, it looks like.
Yeah, and we see without Mike just the energy level, you know.
No doubt about it.
And that's 1 less sub.
Roundtree at the line, and the free throw is good. Out of that timeout, he's got 19 in the game now. 21 for Fletcher. So they're going to both have 20 plus, looks like.
They put in solid work to both of them.
Good. They have combined for 41 points now. Roundtree with 20. 65-53. Carlos Anderson at the top to DT McMurray. He will stop and pop and left it short, top of the key.
Just don't have the legs right now for those type of shots.
1:27 to go. Foul Thurmond, and he's going to foul out, I think. 5 fouls on number 22.
Well, they always say if you're going to foul, get your money's worth.
Thurmond off the bench with 5 fouls. That'll bring Keyshawn Young back into the game. And maybe this final week, get some points out of Hobbs, Lovings, Wigfall. They're all averaging 3 to 5 points per game, and we need every point we can get right now, really.
Yeah, because we all know that when it comes to the playoffs, Brent, it's normally not the stars who win the playoff games for you. It's those other guys you can't account for.
That's right. Always somebody stepping up. Roundtree hits another free throw. He's got 21. Fletcher 21. Missed this free throw. 13-point lead, though. 66-53.
Clock hasn't started yet. Clock still hasn't started.
Inside Edwards, glass, good. Edwards with a bucket. 8 for Edwards in the game. 1:15 to go. Roundtree backing it up, double teamed. calls a timeout with 1:08 to go.
Good timeout. He was trapped in the corner. Great defense by the Redbirds to trap him. Luckily, he was smart enough to call the timeout.
1:07 sits on the clock right now, and we'll have to see if they do anything about the time clock here at 1:07 left. 66-55, Redbirds next week. Again, senior night, Tuesday against Belleville West. And then a big road game next Friday night at O'Fallon, Coach.
And I personally still think the conference title's coming down to that last night, Brent. I think it's going to be Alton. It's going to be Alton against O'Fallon, and it's going to be Belleville East against Edwardsville. And I think something crazy is going to happen, and you might mess around and have multiple conference champions.
Well, Edwardsville's going to go to 10-2. Alton will be 8-4 after this loss. They'll be 2 games back of first place Edwardsville.
But remember, Edwardsville still has O'Fallon on Tuesday. And you know O'Fallon still thinks they can get a piece of this championship. So they're going to get O'Fallon's best punch. And O'Fallon's been playing fairly well. Plus, they've got a big-name guy in Franklin, who I said Jamal Franklin, and Mr. Franklin that just takes over, you know. So it's still up for grabs.
Still another big week of Southwestern Conference boys basketball. Roundtree at the line, free throw. Good. 67-55.
Now, the one thing the Redbirds can't do, though, they can't overlook Belleville West coming in here on Tuesday for senior night.
True. Roundtree 1 for 1. 2 for 2. 23 points.
Redbirds got to attack quick here. Edwards, top of the key, pulls up for 3.
Edwards missed a 3. Tigers rebound. Alton with a foul in a 13-point game. 49.5 seconds left.
And they're going to let Well know, because I think Coach Waldo's going to pull them out. I was going to say, they're going to let Roundtree get to 30 here just from the free throws here at the end of the game.
49.5 seconds left. And interesting year with Alton winning at Edwardsville, Edwardsville winning at Alton.
Yeah, yeah. And normally, you know, it's tough enough when it's all in Edwardsville. It's tough for Alton to win over there in Edwardsville, you know. And it's normally tough for Edwardsville to come in here and win.
Exactly. And they did it. As in mid-January, it was Alton winning at Edwardsville, and now here in February, it's Edwardsville winning at Alton High. Roundtree hits his first free throw. And this one is good. Roundtree in this fourth quarter, 7 out of 8 from the line.
He's just dominated the second half, Brent. He really has. I mean, you talk about a senior, a team captain, a leader. He just has displayed it all here tonight.
25 points. Had 11 at halftime. Had 7 big points in the third quarter. McMurray, 3, no good. Rebound Anderson. Carlos up and in, good. 13 for Anderson in the game. 40 seconds left. It's 70-57 now.
Timeout, Coach Smith.
Alton calls a timeout, and again, we'll have to see what happens next week, Tuesday and Friday. Still have a lot of basketball this weekend, though, on the Big Z. We have that Marquette Breeze Central game coming up. So tune in, stay tuned for that. Marquette senior night tonight, as they will start the playoffs in a couple of weeks. They're going to be in the 3A regional with Triad, or at Triad, with the likes of CM, Jerseyville, Triad.
And Coach Stowe Reeder, he feels very confident about what his team can do right now in that regional. It's not going to be a walkthrough for Marquette. And let's talk about Coach Medford. You know, a lot of people said, hey, you've lost three contributors. You guys are really going to struggle this year. And he's done a tremendous job with them.
Tonight, looking for win number 20. Marquette. Underneath, layup is good. This one, Darian Brown for 2. His first points. And it's 72-57. D-Tay McMurray. Keyshawn Young for 3. Nope. Rebound Edwardsville, and they're going to bring it up the floor, hold the ball, and win it by 15 points, it looks like. Clay has it now.
They're going to run it out.
6 seconds, 5. Here's a steal by D.T. McMurray and out of bounds. As the Tigers empty their bench, it's going to be Alton ball now. 72-57. And Edwardsville brings in some subs. Edwardsville will throw it in, and that is going to be the ball game. Edwardsville 72, Alton High 57. Tigers by 15 over the Redbirds tonight. Back with the post game in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.